Hello and welcome to the 2025 Waco Annual Charity Open presented by Prodigy Discs. We are here at the second round of the weekend at the second event of the year. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're your two hotkeys. I was trying to do second, but I couldn't get there. We got a great day in store for all of you.
Yeah, we sure do. It's a windy day, but before we get into it, we just have one thing we want to talk about. There's going to be a QR code in the corner of the screen. You can get some more information at JomezPro.com/practice if you want to find out all about our practice round next week. It's live in person at the Austin Open. Very exciting. Tickets are limited, but you can go check everything out at that little QR code in the corner. Yesterday, our feature card was Kristin, Lätt, Emily Weatherman, Deanne Carey, and Anniken Sten, but we had a change of pace here in round 2.
Yeah, Henna Blomroos taking down the hot round of the day at 8 down. Pretty amazing in that win. We did see some highlights from Henna, Jessica Weese, and Kristin Lätt shooting 7 down. Scoggins coming in at 6 down. Jumping right into hole 1, it's a par 3, 291 feet through the gap. You got to cross that OB line, and then the OB kind of tightens left and right. You can see the sidewalk on the left and then the advertisement wall on the right. The line is right on the wall, not pulled off like we've seen in years past. Straight, mid-range is really common. You see some forehand, you see some other stuff.
Some shanks into the vines on the left.
We don't have to talk about the shanks.
Here's Henna's stats from yesterday in round 1. 67% circle 1x putting, 92% of the time finding herself in circle 2 in regulation. She had the highest birdie count yesterday. I think it was like 60% birdies.
Okay, well, let's make it 61% because that's how math works. That was a Champ Rock 3, and what a way to start. When you came through, it was like right to left when I came through.
Yeah.
Maybe a little head wind.
Yeah, that seems exactly right. It was crazy in the parking lot. The wind was blocked really nicely, and I put all my overstable discs away, and then we get out to hole 1, and it is wild.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Jessica Weese working that flex forehand. She's a master at that shot. A really nice first shot.
You can see it looks kind of like a tailwind on Kristin Lätt's ponytail here. It was kind of swirling and definitely gusting. We had some gusts moving through at 30, 35 miles per hour.
You wouldn't know it looking at these drives, though.
No, they are making this look so easy.
That was a grand glory for Kristin. Scoggins, also a master of the flex forehand and backhand. It's funny that Jessica and Owen are both flex masters, but they're very different styles.
Very different styles, very different disc selections as well. Owen, unfortunately, going to get a big flare skip out of bounds. She is still inside the circle, though, and manages to rescue that par.
Great putt. Yeah, so I will say the wind was a little bit down in the early part of the round, and it'll just come in gale force levels later on. So look forward to that. Great birdie from Kristin there.
It was pretty bad the whole round for my card.
Yeah, I mean, it was I think slightly more manageable. The later holes are just more difficult.
Yeah,
as well.
And it did continue to raise.
Yeah.
This hole, even though everybody has a birdie putt on our lead card, they're showing how they got here because there was only 11 birdies today in the FPO field out of 52 competitors. We'll do a quick check-in with Kat Murch. She was on the 3rd card. I watched her throw this approach. She was absolutely shredding in the wind already. You can't tell, but this was a ripping right to left crosswind. Kat says, I'm going to go Drano from circle 2.
Does she have a cat shirt on? Just cat eyes?
Yeah, it's a black cat shirt. One of them's yawning.
Stop.
Only one.
Own with the only par. Everyone else taking down a birdie there.
Hole 2, one of the most birdied holes of the day. 56% of the field getting it. It's the easiest hole of the day. And I think it's largely due in part to our very friendly kind of tail right to left crosswind. It really helps the hyzer shot that you need to throw off the tee through this gap that the drone is flying. It also helps your disc get a little extra distance than maybe you're used to, leaving your approach to the basket a nice, short little chip shot ideally. But we do see a lot of FPO players keeping it low, so you will see some players still having to throw a fairway driver or a mid up to the green.
Henna with a perfect looking shot here.
Yeah, look at all that elevator action. The wind was ripping. Fortunately, she's going to be pinned up against one of the fairway trees, but she is so good at those little standstill patent pending shots.
Jessica putting a little bit more turn on this and gets pretty good distance, but it was a little beat down in the wind. I feel like it had some life to live yet. Clean release from Kristin.
Yeah, she's really trusting that disc, throwing it directly at the OB, dead center fairway.
And everyone out there nicely. We forgot to do the game where we guessed the easiest hole, and now it's too late.
Oh,
Rip.
rip.
Oh,
Round 3 is
interesting.
the first time we'll ever introduce our new game.
Yep, it's going to be so fun. Owen with kind of an interesting route there, going all the way around the tree and just trusting the stability of her destroyer to fade back in, and she's inside the circle.
This is such a scary approach shot, especially in any sort of wind.
Yeah.
The OB comes up really close on that right side and deep.
Yeah, it does. It shapes up really nicely for the forehand, though.
Mm-hmm.
Kristin with a little harp. Man, that was a huge drive.
I know, she is so far. Henna, too.
Yeah, Henna's
These are incredible.
100 feet away. Like, she threw at least 400 feet off the tee.
I'm telling you. I thought my
Ooh.
card had a bunch of crushes, and we all still were throwing shots.
Real upshots.
Yeah.
Owen for birdie.
Right into the headwind. Great birdie putt. There were 29 birdies. Like I said, over half the field birdieing this one. Henna looking a little nervy there, not quite committed fully. But recovering well.
Dang, I was just about to ask if we had any star frames in Florida, because I don't know if we did. I'm waiting for that first of the year.
Yeah, I mean, that course is so hard. I'm not surprised that we
did.
didn't. I don't remember.
So-
No, we would have done a little dance.
Right?
We would have done our
we're
dance in the
still
booth.
waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, we love the Grand Canyon, but dang, that place is tough.
Yeah. Check out this three-way tie. Hole 3, another par 3. It's 320 feet, but slightly uphill. You usually see ladies just throw kind of right down the middle, avoid those two little trees that they planted, but really never had a chance. They are definitely dead. And then you're just trying to get past these last guardian trees here to get inside the circle. This elevated pin makes for some tough putting, especially in the wind. Yeah, you just kind of want a straight pushing shot with something that fades at the end. Someone pointed that out, like they planted those trees 2 or 3 years ago and they never got any bigger. It's like, oh yeah.
I didn't even notice that until you said that right now.
They are dead.
They have been dead.
Yeah.
Poor little guys.
Jessica with a great shot.
The wind was again very helpful here. It's 320 feet uphill, plays a little bit closer, I'd say, to 350.
Mm-hmm.
You really do have to crush it, and a pure hyzer line is kind of the way. There's room to flex, but not quite as much. It always feels like you throw as hard as you can and you get it to the edge of the circle.
Or circle 2, maybe. you
Yeah.
know, if it's not your day. Owen with a really great shot with that red destroyer. Henna flirting with those little baby trees. Beautiful. I bet she's going slow speed too. Oh yeah. Wait. Oh no. Okay. It was a Thunderbird.
And Kristin getting enormous ground play, going past the basket, as they do. Just trying to lob one in there, but the wind takes control. Henna Still getting aggressive on the green, even in a headwind on this elevated basket.
Pin high, but misses left. Has a comebacker here. Looking nervy on the green.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Boy, and that's why you never underestimate an elevated pin, and that is a rough start on a fairly simple hole to at least get a par.
Yeah, this windy day early in the season, yesterday and today, you can just see it on everybody's faces. They're like, well,
here we are.
Yeah, 35% circle one putting percentage.
Yeah.
Like, just humbled instantly.
Well, and again, this is the reverse wind of yesterday, the less common wind. So just take your game plan and then completely spin it around.
Yes. It was not forecasted to be this direction either.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the same.
Pick the exact opposite disc that you thought you would.
You haven't practiced it.
Yeah.
Just trust.
But we're heading into the woods. There's lots of birdies left. Stay tuned.
Here we are, the first hole in the woods. I always want to say the first par 5. I swear it's been a par 5 before.
That is so probable.
But it's par 4, 441 feet. It's a very technical hole, kind of a reverse S-curve kind of a thing. You can get by just almost jump putting your way down the fairway and get a par.
Don't
but
say it like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't actually. It's
Yeah.
a little bit too far, but it's just a lot of little chippy shots. But you do see players trying to get aggressive and going for that birdie, of course. This first shot is very, very sharp hyzer. You can miss right of that tree, but most players going more inside. If you miss early left, the rest of the hole can be an absolute nightmare.
And if you go too deep, it can be a mild nightmare.
Yes, it can.
Oh, wow. Kristin getting all the way around the corner.
she-
Is she throwing farther than ever? Like,
Do we have her disc list?
effortlessly?
Is she?
Oh,
is
yeah,
she
good
throwing?
point, good point.
How fast was that disc?
A verdict, so just a stable mid-range.
Wow. Yeah, no, it definitely looks effortless. I know last year when she came and started the season, she was still working through an injury, fresh off some surgery. So maybe we're just seeing Kristin back in her actual form.
Yeah, it's
Because this is incredible.
terrifying.
It is terrifying. Just trying to work a flex forehand, squeaking by the one tree to miss. And wow. Getting way down there with a putt. Own in a place that I live on this hole. And managing it a lot smarter than I have been.
Okay, interesting self-commentary there. Henna way up here off of her drive, and I believe she threw a rock 3 off the tee here.
And look at that perfect little turnover shot sliding up to the green. This is a scary putt, though. Maybe some confidence building here for Henna.
Gosh, this is crazy far. Yesterday, Kristin skipped into the water, so needs to control the speed on this one. And she's got a putt.
Yeah, a little timid on the approach, but that is a mistake to make.
On with a nice little panning putter shot.
Take some notes on how to play this hole.
Just with nearly 50 feet, gives it a little run.
This played is the third most difficult hole of the day. There were only 7 birdies. Kristin almost converting. You can see how tough it is to get all the way there.
There's a great putt.
Wow, that's a scary putt too.
Especially after, 4 putting.
Yeah, she's just got to get out of the wind, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a great putt.
it was awesome.
And taking strokes on the majority of the field.
Yep, only 7 birdies out of 52 competitors. 27% of the field with a bogey, 25 with a double bogey or worse.
Yeah, I mean, didn't it average like 4.6 or something?
Yep,
So
it sure did.
had to have been a par 5 at some point.
Here's Cat Merch ahead on 7, her second shot. She just chucks it into the woods. She was not happy with it, but She stepped right up to this shot, didn't even take a moment. Like, what you saw was the amount of time she took.
That's her pre-shot routine.
Yeah.
Is just sinking it.
1 second. She called it the ham and jam.
Oh,
I know.
my.
I love it too.
She's something else.
Here's Holland Hanley. She's on hole 6. Look at that beautiful forehand, hugging the ground, sliding up just past that one guardian tree. Evelina a little more inside, but it misses the tree on the other side. Couple of birdies from Chase Card.
Kristin and Jess both holding on to that 9 down, 2 strokes ahead of Owen and Henna, who are tied. Chase Card chasing, not too far behind, 6-5-4-4. Hole 5 is a par 3, 264 feet. This is one you really want to get inside the circle. It's, I don't want to say a simple shot, but I mean, you're looking right at the pin. Like, there it is, glowing in the sunlight. You see a lot of kind of hyzer flips to straight pushing shots. You do see some forehands as well. There's no OB, which is nice. Worst mistake is kind of grip locking or just yanking it over too far to the right, maybe trying to work a bit of a flex or overturning it.
Maybe this is chaotic, but I'm like, I step up to this tee and I think ace.
Yeah, it's a little chaotic.
It's time to ace.
Chaotic good, though, you know?
Yeah. Gotta want it.
Henna gets up that hill nicely. Jess also puts a beautiful move on that.
We've been playing here at the Waco Annual Charity Open for a long time. It's been one of the longest running tour events. I've watched so many shots on this hole, and it is so cool to watch everyone throw it so well. Because you just think about over the years.
Oh.
People used to just chuck this thing into the woods. Even like
true.
really good people. And everyone, it's so fun to watch everyone just throw these really nice, pure shots. Looks nice. Looks easy.
Yeah, it does look easy.
It's not.
It sure is not. And this is a pretty typical mistake, but the left side's way more open than the right. So no harm done. And still a long look at a birdie. Oh, cool gallery.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
There were so many spectators out there today. To everyone that came out to this event, it's so cool. Thanks for making it special.
Did you get honked at today?
Oh, my gosh. Honks all over the place. Henna, a little low, little left. Not a bad miss.
Kristin with a similar miss there, low left.
That seems to be the play here.
Jeez. Ouch. Jess converting her birdie nicely. Perfect drive.
Only 13 birdies, a quarter of the field. Got this one, so like we said, easier, or it looks easier than it is. I was going to say easier than it looks.
It's too easy.
Too easy. It looks simple. It's easier.
Jessica gonna take a 1-stroke advantage over Kristin with that beautiful park job.
Here's the hole we just watched. Holland, Hanley, and Evelina Salonen throw really beautiful buttery forehands. 267. It just seems like a little chip hole, but you do have to put a little bit of power behind that forehand, really push that back wall in order to get to the green. A lot of shots end up short of that one big guardian tree, and you are left without a putt. You do see a lot of players coming in early, catching one of those early corner trees, and it can be tough to get up and down from there for a par.
Ooh, I like this. Perfectly done.
So good.
Yeah. I love the forehand here. The backhand is intimidating.
It exists, but I don't think it's the shot.
Okay, little kiss off a tree, and is gonna find
edge of circle.
A circle, yeah. Smooth forehand here from Kristin. Wow.
Right on the path.
Remember how these woods used to be difficult?
I do. Look at everyone just shredding.
Like, that's what you were essentially saying last hole.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's too good now. Owen almost gets all the way down there, catches a late tree, just has to pitch up.
And good thing about the Beast, though, I was talking about it with a bunch of people, FPO and MPO, and even though it is a lot more of a simple course than what we see on tour, or just because of its length, it does keep you humble.
Oh, yeah.
It keeps you humble.
Too easy, triple bogey. How about that?
Really nice birdie from Jess. 4 down on the round, looking clean.
Yeah, she is parking these holes.
Kristin with another missed putt. She's definitely wanting to clean that up a little bit here. Everyone else on the card also taking a par. There were 11 birdies out of 52 competitors, so short but difficult. Jess with a 2-stroke lead now heading into hole 7.
Love this hole. Par 4, 462 feet, mandatory on the left. You want to punch down this right side gap. If you kind of saw one off, there is a more open left side gap than there has been, but you just want to get somewhere in this area here. I like landing a little bit more left and having a slight hyzer into the green, but you see all sorts of shots, usually a straight, maybe 200-foot shot or less across this little baby chasm with this nice new staircase.
This is the hole we watched Kat Merch with that little forehand throw in. We have a new staircase that we love. Waco tournament staff, course management team. You guys are the bomb. The stairs they just feel like sassy. You know what I mean?
No.
Like you are just like walking down the stairs like, oh, and right back up. Here we go.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. I'll think about that tomorrow. Jessica gets way out there, maybe a little bit farther left than you'd like. Henna a little more in the ground than is ideal. But yeah.
Kristin early, but it's fine there. She can still get up and down, but she's got about a 300-ish foot shot from there.
And a pretty tight gap at the end for that distance. Owen also early. But there's that kind of left side sneaky gap I was talking about. I actually like landing right there. That's a little hyzer. Because this shot, ugh.
Yeah, just you have to have it just slightly right turning.
And that ditch can be pretty brutal depending on where you land.
Yeah,
that's fine.
If you don't filter down the hill like we see Kristin's disc, getting stuck on that early wall is so brutal.
And working a little turning putter shot.
That's great.
Yeah, it looks perfect. Hopefully it didn't roll down. Man, that's my favorite. If I could pick a place to land, it's right there.
I bet so many people miss to the right of that one skinny tree.
Yeah.
Like that has got to be a gap. Jess with a really pretty forehand turnover shot. That's what I throw instead of the backhand.
Sure.
Yeah, I like it better.
That's like my favorite shot in disc golf right there.
Yeah.
Kristin, long look outside the circle. No!
Aww.
Hits the koozie, takes a roll. Ooh. Oh, boy. There's nothing over there. Bad break. Cat Merchant.
Oh, she almost does.
She almost does. That's wild. Henna missing right this time.
She's just a little shaken up here. It's a bummer to have a 3-putt or a 4-putt at the very beginning of your round.
Yeah, I mean, once you're not confident, it's pretty easy to continue not being confident, it turns out.
Yeah, it's tough to switch your mental game mid-round. Look at all these people. It's like, I can't switch my mental game. Look at all these people. It's like a private thing.
No one look. Everyone
turn around. Yeah. Cover your eyes just for a second.
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
Man, Jessica with a turkey and now a 4-stroke lead. Absolutely killing it. 5 down through 7. The best round, again, yesterday was 8. So, wow.
Wow. Here is hole 8. I think it's the shortest hole on the course. That does not by any means mean it's the easiest.
It's gotta be, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like a backhand putter.
Ooh.
Just throwing it straight at the ground, almost at about 50 feet, letting it slide up. You see forehands, you see backhand faster discs. There's all kinds of options, but going early right is not great, and late right is also really tough to navigate.
Okay, backhand putter looked pretty good right there.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
It's nice. Oh, and working something a little faster.
It looks like her rock.
For rock 3. Henna with a little backhand putter shot. Just outside the bullseye.
Yeah, forehand.
This is a harp?
Yeah.
Okay. That is so good.
Mm-hmm.
But what a touchy little shot.
I think the backhand's a touchy little shot.
Oh, no.
Own kind of ramping off. She might have a pretty big comebacker down that hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some nice pace on that one from Henna.
A nice comeback putt from Own. There were 13 birdies on this hole, a quarter of the field getting it, putting it in the middle of the pack on difficulty. It's crazy how this hole can sneak up and snake bite you with a double bogey.
Jessica Weese with 4 in a row, which we are calling a boat tail grackle.
Yes, we are, and I wish I could do that bird call. If I could, I would do it
Please
right
try.
now. No, there's no way.
Everyone look it up and then imagine Madison trying to do it.
It's one of the most mechanical sounding bird calls.
Robot for sure.
And we're going to wrap up the front 9 with this par 5.
First of 2, 519 feet, but don't let that fool you. If you can get something all the way down to this bowl, you are really happy, but if you can just keep it in the middle of the fairway, second shot you're trying to get kind of right at the start of this tunnel that we just turned into, and then ideally chip up into the green and take a birdie. If you stay in the fairway, it's easily done. It really is. If you're in the rough, good luck, buddy. You see anything from putters to drivers off of this tee, depending on how aggressive you want to get.
Jess really, it looks like her footing, something went with her footing. That came out very early.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough scramble. Henna working a shot on the left side. She gets far enough where I think birdie could still be in play. Who got the eagle yesterday?
Was it Ella?
Sounds right.
Holland? It was Ella. Because I think she threw one of her excellent forehands.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Good memory. Oh, my gosh. Do you know Ella's PDGA photo?
No.
Everyone also look this up because it's unbelievable. It's a stack of bagels. Jessica Weese with a beautiful forehand here. Gets a little robbed, but it's still in a great position.
A nice little flex forehand from Henna.
Ooh.
We don't see her throw a lot of those. We talked about it yesterday.
Very technical
That
shot.
was beautiful. She's going to be in a kind of a funny spot, maybe forced to throw another forehand. Kristin's drive's so good. She has room to attack.
An attack she does. Gets a little caught up.
Yeah, though there's so many little sticky limbs all over this course right now. The leaves haven't grown in, and if you throw in the rough, it just sounds like playing a xylophone. Like it is like, it is just like wood knocking together. Yeah.
Jazzy.
Drumsticks.
Own getting caught trying to take that inside gap, and then just has to throw a little patent pending shot. Henna, beautiful upshot. She's up there for a birdie. Own with her rock 3.
FPO really getting the hang of this hole this year. 35% of the field birdieing at 18 out of 52 competitors.
Nice.
It's insane.
Jess just trying to get off this hole with a par. And she puts it to about 20 feet.
This hole usually averages pretty tough, but it averaged right at even par in round 2. Henna gonna add another
Great
birdie to her scorecard. Very clean. Kristin bouncing back as well with another birdie.
And good damage control from Jess to get the par there.
Yeah, look at that front 9.
Yeah. 6 down.
Oh, not quite scoring as much as she hopes, but keeping it
Clean.
bogey free.
Jessica Weese, man.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 down. Haiti Line 5 down seems to be the next best score. Cat Merch had 4. Oh, Missy Gannon.
Yeah.
Look, I missed that other fire emoji.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. You go.
Yeah, Missy Gannon was on my card. She was shredding, making all of her putts. It was very fun to watch. Lots of people under par right now in the top 20. Everyone's doing it, I guess.
As you should in the woods.
Yep, but we have the back 9 left, and that's where things are going to get interesting today. We have that weird crosswind / headwind on most of the holes on the way back down towards hole 18. So it's going to get interesting. We have so many spectators out there as well, so come hang out with us and them. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and please like and subscribe. Help us to get to 500,000 subscribers. We're the 2 Wackies.
Honk.
Honk.